wonder if it's going to record on that. Are we good? All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another All Things Home. I'm John C.
Denise Richards and Lulu.
Welcome. Good to have you guys. First of all, Happy New Year. I believe we're in the new year, 2022. I can't believe it. I actually wrote a check today, believe it or not, and I did put 2022 on it. I did not put 2021.
That had to feel pretty strange.
Super strange. It was one of those like fake checks. Well, not fake, but those dummy checks you get when you set up an account with, they give you 5 of them.
the temporary checks, yeah.
They lasted me about 3 years. So I used one of those today. But Happy New Year to everybody. And thank you for being a part of our channel because we have officially crossed the 100 mark. I know. Can you believe it?
I know what that means, though.
What does it mean?
Well, aside from our gratitude for having that many followers, subscribers, if I recall, somebody promised to disco on air once we had 100 subscribers.
Yes, and that was Kaylin. She's helping us record. She's back. No, it was me. Yeah, you're right. I did promise.
It really, truly was.
So I did promise to do that. So I have a little bit to help me with that because I have no idea how to disco.
Okay.
But I do know how to keep my promises.
That's true. You are a man of your word.
So we got this going on today. Does that sound disco? Are we going to get hit by YouTube copyrights? I don't know.
That's pretty good.
So I better go quick.
There you go, John.
All right, enough of that. Let's move on from there.
Oh, back to seriousness.
That's serious. But, part of our show is to have fun.
For sure.
And what else do we do on these shows?
We like to educate.
Yeah, we do like to educate. We're going to jump into some of that. We like to entertain. That's part of the having fun, right? And then we also like to connect people.
Connect people.
So
Absolutely.
we like to do that as well, too. Looks like Lulu wants to be on camera. You can be on camera, Lulu. Come to this one right here.
Look right over here, honey.
It's hard to get her on demand. So as Lulu poses into the camera, let's talk a little bit about, the educate, but also last time we talked a little bit about inventory. So each time we get into our conversations, of course, we're going to talk about real estate. We're going to talk about things going on in the area. And so we did talk a little bit last time about the market. I like to just do a quick 20-second market recap. So I'll recap the inventory if you don't mind. Our inventory here in South Florida is still super low. It's down about 70% from what it was a year ago. So it still remains low. What's the update on?
It's shocking that it's been happening like this for such a long time.
Yeah. I would think it would start to tick back up, but it hasn't yet. And I don't think it's going to anytime soon because this is kind of our hot season, even though it's colder here in Florida.
It truly is. Yeah.
How about with market update for mortgage type stuff?
Well, with regard to mortgages, it's a very volatile market. I get notifications multiple times throughout the day. The market worsening. Sometimes I get a good one where the market's improving, not as often. I will tell you that the Fed has planned, I think, 3 rate hikes for 2022. Okay. They're trying to offset the impending inflation that we're really already experiencing. Yeah. And they're trying to offset a recession. Yeah. So by doing that, they're hoping that the inflation rate is going to settle down a little bit. And with that, they're forecasting that the rates will go up 2022. But by summertime, we're going to start to see the rates settle back down again.
Good. Yeah. So they may hit a little bit of a spike for a short time, 4, 5, 6 months. But then they may settle back down to where we are right now in the low 3s-ish.
Yeah, that's the expectation.
Yeah, and what do we see? Like every 3 to 4 months, they may do a little bit of an increase, or every 2 to 3 months, something like that.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. So interesting. So that's where the market is right now. In a snapshot, a 30-second, update. If you want a fuller update, feel free to call or text Denise, or I will give you more info on that. Thankful thoughts. 2021 is my thankful thought because it was a great year. Now, I see some people, not a ton, but I see some people complaining about how tough 2020 and 2021 was. In regards to business, 2021 was fantastic. Yeah. I don't know about for you. Speak to you. For me, it was fantastic. It was a killer year for real estate.
Yeah, in real estate for sure. We live in the free state of Florida. Yeah. Everybody wants to live here, so that's the easy piece. 2020 and 2021 weren't the best year for some folks, maybe a lot of folks. Yeah. In my world, I see people's jobs, their paycheck stubs, the history of their earnings, and for some people, it was very difficult for them. Yeah. So I think it's real important that when we give thanks, that maybe for us, we're thankful that we were able to, be okay through that, where some people weren't. So I think it's important that we say a little prayer for them too.
Yeah. And just hearing you say that, I think to myself, what a good combination we are for this show, because you're compassionate and I could care less sometimes. So I am thankful for that you have a little bit of compassion in your voice, because I come across not as the compassionate one. So thank you for bringing that to the show. You bring the balance. We're the yin and the yang. All right. So interesting. So I love that. I am thankful for a client that I'm working with right now. Him and his wife, Brent. They're fantastic people. They actually used to live by us years ago, moved away, and they moved back to Naples. I'm happy for them because I love clients that are easy to work with. And he and his wife have been fantastic over the last 2 weeks. Some clients aren't so fantastic. You ever have any of those?
That's a huge piece of the puzzle, John. And honestly, when they're easy to work with, their experience is just so much better.
It is so much better for everybody. So anyways, that's what we're thankful for.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. All right, let's jump into letters for Lulu. And I think we have one in the box today. And since your hands are full, I will grab that letter.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks, by the way, everybody, for your letters for Lulu. And you can always post a question below, and we will write it up, type it up, something. It will be posted for us to read on the show. So we like it when you do that. So letters for Lulu, go ahead and post those below, and we will read those for you. So here's the letter for Lulu for today. Lulu, what comes next after the escrow deposit has been made? So what comes next after the escrow deposit?
That is even similar to the question that we had another time about earnest money deposit and what that was. We talked about that. And so this is a great question because it's asking what happens after that.
So remind them real quick, 10 seconds. What is the escrow deposit?
That's your skin in the game. Your money that you're putting down on the contract. The seller's going to take you more seriously with the more serious escrow deposit.
So it's money you put down at the beginning of the transaction to negotiate a little bit, but it goes towards your purchase.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, it's your money, right, in that account. So great question, Lulu. What comes next after the escrow deposit has been made? So on the real estate side, in regards to what I deal with in the transaction and the calendar of what happens, that escrow is typically made to the title or attorney within 3 business days, and it's put into that account. The next step for me to help the buyer with on that side is helping them get the inspection scheduled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we have an inspection time frame.
Okay.
So it's not like they just have, forever to take care of their inspection. They have a time frame. And again, that's negotiable, but typically I see 10 to 15 days on the inspection period. So the buyer needs to hire an inspector, and they need to get that inspector into the house within that time frame and make some decisions from there based on that inspection. If the inspection's great or whatever.
Question for you.
Yes.
I get a lot of folks that get all the inspections confused. So we have a home inspection. Right?
Yes.
And that's what we're talking about now.
Yeah, like a
Right?
general home inspection. That's exactly right. And there are a lot of inspections. What were you thinking about in terms of other ones, like a wind mitigation report?
Because I'm a lender, I
Right.
think about the requirements, right?
right.
So your lender is going to want an appraisal inspection, and that's going to determine the value of the home.
Yep.
But when we're talking about a home inspection, that's really for the buyer's peace of mind, right?
It's for the
So
buyer's
they
peace of
know-
mind. Yep, to make sure they know they're getting a good home, to be able to understand if the home functions in the right way, if what they see is what they're getting. Because you can't see if an outlet works just by looking. You need somebody to check it out. You don't know if the washing machine works unless somebody runs it. And you don't know if there's a leak in the roof unless there's visual spots on the ceiling. So a home inspector will take a look at all those general items to take a look at it.
For sure.
And maybe on our next episode, we talk about appraisals. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Because it is part of it, but that would be a next step after. So the home inspection. So home inspectors have quite a few options. Here in Florida, we have these things called termites. So home inspectors a lot of times will either do a termite inspection for the buyer, or they will have a pest control guy come out. Like when we have in our network, he'll come out and do a inspection on that as well. So you have that. You have a wind mitigation inspection. It's called a report. Lenders need that. And also the mortgage people or banks need that to help with their insurance.
Right.
Keep their insurance right. People forget about that.
Right. That wind mitigation is going to tell a potential insurer the age of the roof, how
Yes.
strong it is, if it meets certain codes, and it may give you a discount on your insurance. So maybe when that option comes up for them during their home inspection, go ahead and get the wind mitigation.
Definitely get the wind mitigation. Around here, it's like $125. It's a no-brainer. It'll save you. It saved me on mine about $1,000 a year on my insurance, so it's really smart to get. And then the other type of inspections you can typically get are mold, because homes here in Florida do get moldy if they're empty, especially in the months where it gets, above 78, 79 degrees. Homes get very moldy here. So you want to make sure that you do not have mold in a home. And then we also have like a radon inspection. It's a gas that sometimes can happen and accumulate in a home. So those are good inspections to get, and that's really important. We know a guy.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Did you want to talk anything else about home inspections? Did I miss any of them?
No, I think that was the bulk of it. You know, anytime that you see something with the home that's not just right, chances are there's an inspection to make sure.
Always.
And
even on new construction.
Yeah, absolutely. Even with new construction, you want to make sure that everything is met code. The builder's going to tell you it meets code, but don't you want to know that for sure?
You do.
In your heart of hearts.
You do. You want to make sure everything's right, because those home inspectors know what to look for on these homes around here.
Yeah.
They see it every day. They're going through multiple homes a day. Good. So home inspections. Let's talk about the guy we know. Before we do that, we talked about GG Clean last week on our video. They're our cleaners here in Naples, so they're awesome. But let's talk about Vic Nikkel. So Vic Nikkel is our home inspection guy on our Tuesday morning Naples team. And Vic's a great guy. I've come to know him really well over the last couple years. He does thorough home inspections. So if you're in the process of buying a home, he's a great guy to reach out to. We're going to post his information below, his website, his contact, his phone number, all that good stuff. Feel free to reach out to him and tell him John and Denise sent you.
Yeah, full house inspections.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
He's helped us out a lot in some pinches, when we needed something looked at right away.
Yeah.
He was right there to help us out.
He is right there to help out. I like him. That's all? That's all you got on Vic? All right.
That's all I got on Vic.
Well, that was short and
He's
sweet.
a smart guy. He's a good guy.
All right, there we go. All right, that's fine. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video today. We're going to wrap it up right there because Lulu fell asleep a few minutes ago, but we are going to wrap it up. We look forward to seeing you on our next video, and if you want to see those, click below. Another one's going to pop up here in just a second. Feel free to subscribe to this video. It helps us out. We have crossed that 100 mark. Thank you. That's why I did the dance for you guys today at the beginning of the video.
I just thought of something.
Let's see.
Something else that we want to tell you guys about, and that is if you know somebody or you personally are looking for a job. We are pretty well connected with so many different industries that you post something on our page, we might be able to network you.
I can almost guarantee you we'll network them because I already know my CPA. He's looking for administrative staff. The lady that does cabinets, she's looking for people.
Oh, she is, and she's willing to train.
Financial advisors. We had a ton of people in our meeting this morning looking to hire people in the area. Our plumbers, our electricians, everybody around here is looking to hire because the market's so hot. So if you need a job or you just want to move to Florida and get a job here, there's plenty. We love it. So come on down. We'll connect with you. John C. and Denise Richards and Lulu. And we'll see you next time.